Hi there and welcome. The video you're about to watch is a presentation that was given to a group of participants in a Brooklyn Youth Leadership Development Program. We talked about how to overcome performance anxiety and how to overcome fear of public speaking. And certainly these principles apply to people of all ages and a variety of life situations. So we certainly hope you find it helpful. Please enjoy.
The thing about our mind is actually all our struggles and difficulties actually come from our thoughts in our head. We call it mind. Part of the human mind is those thoughts. So the burden, the most serious burden comes from our mind and our thoughts. So we call this default mode network. So what that means is even when you guys are on summer break, when you're on vacation with your family, when you're hanging out with your friends, let's say, our passive mental state is actually overthinking mode. We're using this overthinking as a topic today because when we went to another school and we guided about 250 students, and they're all aged 14 to 17. So I think in the same age group as you, 250 students, most of them said the most difficulty they have are overthinking. Yeah. And it is most difficulty for most people. So in our mind, even when we're not doing anything, even if we're on vacation or relaxed time, what happens is that in our mind is automatically autopilot of ruminating, just wandering around in our mind, and self-referential thoughts, self-oriented thoughts. We think about many thoughts about the past and the future, and we call it a monkey mind. So how many of you here, you can show by shaking, nodding your head or raising your hand, how many people are a victim of this? Overthinking, monkey mind, thinking about past and yeah, I see some here. Yes, thank you so much. So regardless of where we are in our lives, I'm glad to hear that we are all on the same boat in terms of the difficulties. So the thing about it is, so how then? What is this human mind that all your thinking, ruminating, and that leads to worry and stress actually coming from your human mind, right? Your own particular mind. For example, I'm not thinking about thoughts that Leo is having or Cleo is having, right? Chloe is having or William is having. I'm actually, if my own human mind has my own brand of thinking, then what is human mind? How was human mind formed? So when we are born into this world, our body, especially our head, with eyes, nose, ears, mouth, and the sensation through the body, what we do is we actually, all the experiences, all the things we go through, we've seen, what we heard, what we have tasted and said and smelled and felt internally, externally, felt feeling or even thoughts are all taken as pictures into one's brain, almost like a movie or a picture album like this. Pictures in our mind are like made up of images, but associated thoughts, associated emotions, and sensations and interpretations. Over the course of our lives, we take tens of thousands of pictures into our brain, into our mind, and those are what gives rise to limiting beliefs, emotional baggage, and mind clutter. Hence, overthinking, monkey mind. So, if this person is in this beautiful park walking in the nature, right? But how many of you have gone to beautiful places with your friends, hanging out, relaxed time, but you're thinking about all your life, past, future, tests that I have to do, project I have to do, my future about what I want, right, in my mind. So that's What it means is that even we're living in the world, physically in the world, we're actually living inside my thoughts. So it's like a curtain or overlaid thoughts and emotions that we're constantly inside and trapped inside. So that's what it means to live in our human mind mode. So if you can see, what we see and think and behave actually according to our mind, what's in our mind. So we feel like we're responding to the reality and the real moment, what's happening right now. But what we're responding is actually, even at this very moment, I take picture, I record this moment into our brain, and then I'm responding to what I think is happening in my mind. So I'm not really living or responding to the real moment. So how can we truly let go? But throw away the pictures. The reason is why? Because they're not real. So all the source of your overthinking that leads to worry and stress is coming from pictures of your life experiences that's in your mind. But just as you can see, the picture of this peaceful lake on your phone, it is not the real lake. You cannot swim in it. You cannot drink from it because it's not the real thing, right? And let's say if you deleted this photo, the real lake that's in front of you is not going to disappear. You can still swim in it and enjoy it, right? Just like that, all the pictures of your life lived in your mind that has associated thoughts and feelings that gives rise to all these overthinking monkey mind is unnecessary. And also, they are not even memories. You can actually throw them out, let go, and be free from that overthinking worry mind. So, in many cases, right, especially I thought about you guys at your stage in your life where you are actually learning in school a lot, right? You all have to perform and be tested and present your work a lot, right? So I don't think there's any time in our human life that gets tested or perform and compete as much as we are while we're in school. So how can I do my best and still enjoy and be happy, right? So all the times, think about the times that you have to present your work. I understand that at the end of this program, you have to do presentation. Is that right? But other times, whether you play music or sports or any other things, you still have to perform many times, right? And you have to be tested. How many people felt this? I felt like this a lot when I had to go through a test. I can hardly focus 5 minutes and they expect me to sit for like 2-3 hours to be tested. It was a torture. So we tested and compete also. So all the things that we had to go through. The thing about these things is that if you think about those moments when you presented, performed in front of people like this, you will notice that those moments are all stored in your mind as a picture of the location, like a movie, frozen scene of a movie, people who you are talking to or in front, and yourself. And then, most importantly, your thoughts and feelings at the time. So if we do the reflection of those moments, think about today we're going to do meditation and reflect on those things. What kinds of thoughts or emotions were there at those times, right? For me, whenever I get tested, my thoughts are like, I don't think I can sit here for 2-3 hours and focus. So I was thoughts that lead to anxiety of not being able to focus and not being able to do well. So I thought I was in the world doing the test, but actually I was inside the thinking and the feeling that's led by the thoughts of that worry mind. Thoughts that I don't think I can focus, I don't think I can do well, and then the feeling. So I was in the world at the same time. I was actually inside my thinking and feeling, inside my mind world, basically. So what really had helped me and will help so many people, including you guys, is today we're going to do 2 sets of meditation. The first set we're going to do is bring up pictures of those moments. School presentations that you have to do, any kinds of performance you had to do, any sports games or competition you had to do, or any tests. So God knows how many times that you have to do all these things, right? And notice your thoughts and feelings of those times. And you will notice it was almost like a default mode of a lot of times a bit worrisome, anxiety-ridden thoughts and feelings. So as we actually go through this, I want you to, when you throw away these images that has those thoughts and feelings, you will notice that next time you're at a similar situation, those feelings will come much less, eventually none. But important part is the meditation is about actually going to the large perspective, much bigger perspective than your perspective. So, for example, this is the universe, right? This is a Milky Way. Guess how small Earth is? Very tiny. So, let's say this is Earth somewhere here. That's where we are, right? Inside on Earth, there are 7 billion people, 7 billion human minds and sets of thoughts and feelings, right? When you see from the widest perspective, from universe perspective, they are not reality. They are not real. They do not exist in the world, only in your mind. When we throw away this, what we call that layer of my false human mind, right? We talked about how it seems I'm living in the world, but actually I'm not living in the world. I'm living in my world of thoughts and feelings, right? So then beneath it, what is left? Is this circle represents the infinite universe, infinite emptiness. It is not a physical, not material, but it is alive, it is eternal, it is true nature. So that is my true nature, true mind. That is what remains underneath my human mind. The human mind is a monkey mind, and without that mind, you have true intelligence, true confidence, and everything you need, you have underneath. Yeah. The human mind is really covering up that your innate intelligence and nature. Yeah. The human mind is always overthinking with doubts and stress. Because of that overthinking, do not have clarity. But universe mind, where we are heading, where's my? The universe mind is free from overthinking. It is unshakable happiness. When you find that universe consciousness within, beneath that covered up, overlaying human mind, then you'll find unconditional, unshakable happiness, a peace that is there all the time, even under different circumstances, such as under pressure. Even difficult situation, your mind is always calm and peace and happy. Thereby, that you can actually do everything to the best ability, perform well, and also when you're on vacation or relaxing with your family, friends, enjoy that moment 100%. So that is what the result is. Underneath this thinking mind, overthinking monkey mind, you'll find your happiness is always within. Ability to accomplish your goal is already inside you. You already have it. It's just being covered by the thinking mind, the overthinking mind, that is. Freedom from useless thoughts when you practice meditation. Ability to break bad habits, you have it when you practice meditation. Grateful mind, always grateful mind. When you are grateful, you're happy. Harmonious relationships with your friends and family. You will find your discover your eternal self, nature, and you'll find it within.